Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June 2nd, Jobs Friday, and the end of the week, a very short week. And I'll start you out very quickly as there is a lot of anxiety out there because of yesterday's ALGO Day. ALGO days come. ALGO days come where, out of absolutely nowhere, even on poor news, poof, the market's going to do what the market's going to do because it's pre-programmed, and you need to remember it is a video game. How do you know it's a video game? You start seeing proof when you don't believe that it really is a video game. Yesterday, the safe edge calculated 420, 42.21.01. We closed at 42.21.02. 1%, 42.21.63. We obviously took that out. We took out the previous high by $1.33 over on the SPX. Closed at 42.21, and as has been shared, I should have had this ready, and I did not. I'll throw it on here. This should load up pretty quickly. For a little bit more than 2 months, we have been showing where the gaps up above are. We have constantly been showing where the gaps above are. That is the last remaining gap for all intents and purposes for the current scenario is at 42.84, 42.66. Now you have Jobs Friday today, and your plus 1%, which you have had back-to-back plus 1% twice over here in May, is at 42.63.23. Your safe upper edge happens to be right there at 42.84. 42.84 and 42.84 right there, lined right up, perfectly aligned. Now, for this, you bring yourself over onto the QQQ, and QQQ for 1% days in the last 5 sessions. 4. We missed 1% by a couple of pennies over there on, what was it, Wednesday, May 31. Couple of pennies, we missed 1%. Gap down yesterday, 6.7 range on QQQ. Again, over here, 353.36, just below what was the highs, which we have taken out here overnight. And again, looking at 355.53 for 1%, 348.49 for minus 1%, which you can basically throw that in the garbage. But the weekly candle is 352.71. Getting a close above 352.71 would involve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This being a 6th green week, or call it, going all the way back, 10 green weeks out of 12, if you're going to count minus 0.72 and minus 1.54 as honest red weeks. The rally that's been going on ever since 285 visited on March 13th, which was our SPX 3808. Where we're at on the SPX, as we have nothing scheduled today other than the jobs report. Okay? The jobs report is the only thing that is scheduled for today, nothing else except for that. We had a 61-point range yesterday. 61 push-ups are due. It was our largest trading range day since May the 5th. May the 5th, after we had come off of that May low, 40.48. Now, a couple of things that I do want to bring to your attention, which I will have to move around to the left and to the right because of where I have them. That's not it. Is, as you already know, your full moon is on June 3, tomorrow. Tomorrow is your full moon. I've shared with you the charts. You can go back 11 years and go dot plot where your full moons are. June the 3rd is your full moon. So you've got that. Now, come back over to where we are, and you have the CPI report coming out on June 13th, okay? This is June 13th coming out the CPI report. On June 13th and 14th is when the FOMC meeting meets. Now, what's been driving this movement as the VIX has been completely collapsed from having visited that 21 down to new lows on the year was the fact that you were talking about the Fed not hiking, the Fed pausing, the Fed finished, and everything factoring in what was originally price cuts or rate cuts, and then trying to factor in whether or not there was going to be a hike in June, which had already been indicated very strongly prior to last week. Yes, there was going to be a hike in June. Everything is still indicating that a hike in June is needed. Now, you've got your debt ceiling that has been passed. Woohoo! You get to spend $1 trillion of that money by August. Your current minus 1% over on SPY is at 420, 419.92. So for all intents and purposes, you are not going to be going lower than that level. Same thing on the SPX is you're looking at that 4,200. That is what you're looking at for now as your bottom line level. For SPY, here is that gap that we talked about from back in August. It goes all the way to 428. 428 is where you're at, and that fills your last and final gap all the way back to the August highs. On the QQQ, you're already there. Over here on the ES, looking at what is a 1-2 with a 3, 42.59 is where it would be a perfect A, B, C. A with C equaling A, right up here at this 42.59.25, which is at the moment 8 points above. Now, when you come over and you look at where your 4-hour is, your 4-hour is very, very close to being what would be a screaming indicator of being overbought on your 4-hour. Come over onto your NQ, your NASDAQ. We've already reached that level when we broke 14,000, which was going back over here on May 26th last week when everything went euphoric. And again, come over here onto your 4-hour. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to be able to see that you have a divergence on your RSI with a higher price over here on your chart. It's sitting there and it is pending, and pending does you no good because you want action. You want action. You want action. Again, brings you back to your VIX, which we will zoom out and come back to where we are right now. And as we are right now, extremely overbought on the 1 hours with the NASDAQ running sell divergence, the weak link of the 3 because yesterday was more Dow and Russell. 93 over here on your ES, all the way up here at 93 on your Russell, 90 on your Dow, and you are waiting to go into a jobs report, which had already come out on yesterday with the private payrolls being way the hell above what was expected, and that was why we got our little bit of a spike down yesterday, and it was why when you went into the safe spread room and you scrolled up, and we went to, where was it? Somewhere right here, 9:30 in the morning. And it was move your stops down if you want the free money and peace. A lot of people got sandbagged yesterday, and I don't blame you because 98% of trading sessions, any alerts that are issued will end out full credit. With that algo yesterday and how the VIX started dropping off and falling immediately right after I sent out that message, we're down here at new year-to-date lows over here on the VIX. All I can say to you is that the bubble that you are in and that you are continuing to be stubbornly just beat in the head with, it will resolve. It will resolve itself. With these dates that are coming up, if you are looking to roll your position for 2 different reasons, if you are looking to roll your position because you want to make money on the trade, if you are looking to roll your position because you want to lose less or break even on the trade, your big major date is out there at June 14th being the FOMC meeting. However, June the 2nd being today. On the weekend, as you come around, you have June the 6th being your Taco Tuesday, and June the 7th being your day when Janet Yellen will be speaking at 10 o'clock in the morning. Have a fantastic Friday. Have an amazing week. Enjoy your weekend. Fulfill your destiny. Get some sunshine. Get some fresh air. Pay it forward. Do everything you got to do.
Fireball!